Alright, so what's going on, everyone? A-Dude here, and welcome to another part. Welcome to part 5 of Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. Been waiting to stream part 5. I pre-ordered the game online, and it's supposed to arrive on the day when it comes out, and it didn't show up. So I reached out to GameStop, and it was supposed to take. They said they're an investigation for around 7 to 10 days. That was last week, and I ran out of patience, so I just went over to GameStop to get another copy. So I'm going to return the other one that comes in the mail. What I'm saying is that I'm gonna return the game that comes in the mail. That's what I'm saying. And without further ado, let's jump right in. So around this week, I've been making Gmod videos, which is really fun to make. And the editing part is it's kind of a challenge. It depends on how good your video is. I'm gonna turn up the volume. Swords there in the full version. They didn't have that in demo. This is my first time seeing the two swords there. So let's continue. Okay. 10 strategy resources.
Could use the help.
I grab these. Rescued some Imperial Army infantry. It is not possible to use the impregnable wall strategy.
Yes.
Available. Let's go check that out. Ricketts Hall.
You know, I don't believe I ever asked your feelings about this war. On the surface, it must seem as though we took Fodlan's fragile piece in our hand and shattered it into 1,000 pieces.
What, is it deep conversation time now? Where'd that come from?
It's merely that we've never discussed the matter, and you are in a fairly unique position amidst this all. I thought you might be able to provide some perspective on how an outsider views the actions Adrestia has taken.
The way I see it, you just did what you had to. You talk about peace, but it's not like people weren't already getting slaughtered for dumb reasons. I mean, pick your poison. If it's not greedy bandits ransacking your town, it's tyrannical nobles raising each other's land in search of more power. So, sure, people will die in the war, but the reforms it'll bring will save at least as many innocent citizens. Maybe even more.
I suppose that's one way of looking at it.
It's like you said, I'm in a unique position here.
Meaning you would have answered differently were you not a mercenary.
Yeah. If I was a farmer, for example, I'd be hounding you day and night to end the war. Sure, you say you're gonna bring this bright and beautiful future, but am I really gonna suffer for years, maybe even decades, waiting for it? The stuff you're doing now, enlisting my farmhands, trampling my fields, destroying my crops, just doesn't make it worth the wait. But you know the toll it's taking on your people, yet you choose to press on with the war anyway. So you've got to have a good reason, right?
Yes, of course. You certainly don't mince words. Is it the years of mercenary work that made you this way, or have you always been like this?
Pretty sure it's who I am. It was just me and my mom growing up, you see. We lived in a village, but for whatever reason, she liked to keep to herself. So, I guess it rubbed off on me. I learned pretty quick not to get attached.
Is that so? I would be interested to hear more.
Trust me, it's not as interesting as it sounds.
Who says it has to be? Interesting or not, I'll have you tell me one of these days.
If you say so. Just promise not to freak out when you realize how boring I am, okay?
Do I seem like the type of person to freak out about such a thing? Perhaps don't answer that.
Time to work you into shape.
This is good for something.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Well, this is a new look for me.
Death.
Great things await me.
Wait, that's it?
I can't.
Now I can be
Strength and beauty.
Can't wait to see how you do. Hunger is the true enemy.
Yeah, the flavor's not really there. Might want to try something different next time.
This is my favorite.
Now here is a person who understands me. This is a most welcome treat indeed.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy. Come back whenever you're hungry.
What else? Let's head over to the item shopkeeper.
I carry a little of everything here. Hope to see you again soon.
Welcome. Come back soon.
Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you both.
My sword is yours.
I will see it done speedily.
Hey, got us some
We all must do our fair share.
conversations with some other stuff. Let's go check it out.
Hey there, Petra. Off the train? I'll join you.
That would give me much joy. An opponent with toughness will keep me upon my toes.
You mean me? Nah, you're way tougher than I am. Also, aren't you a queen now? I didn't realize dawn to dusk training was part of the Brigid Royal Regiment.
I have not become queen yet, but there is an understanding that it will happen. And yes, in Brigid, royalty must have knowledge of fighting. I mean, we must know how to fight. To be leading our people, a ruler must have more strength than any other. They must be the hardest to kill. My people are expecting this of me.
So, it's the toughest person calling the shots, huh? I love it. What could possibly go wrong?
This is how it is meant to be working. But such things do not always go with smoothness. Mercenaries are always seeking strength too, correct?
That's true. A merc lives and dies by the sword. If you're not better than the next opponent you face, they'll be the last one you face.
Yes, dying is without productivity. But it gives me surprise that you do not avoid jobs of danger. A queen must be facing any wolf who comes to her door. But you can have pickiness when selecting fights.
Depends on how much food you can put on the table that week. Most of us mercs barely scrape by hand to mouth. End of the day, it's just business. Some mercs will take the coin and blow town, and some employers are more than happy to hang us all out to dry. I guess you don't have a lot of sellswords in Brigid, huh?
Correct. We do not require the selling of swords. In Brigid, everyone is a hunter. Everyone is a fisher. Everyone is a warrior. There is no need to be hiring, or to be hired.
That sounds incredible. In a place like that, nobody'd have to risk their life just to get a bite to eat.
Your words give me great happiness. I will always be full of pride for Brigid.
Now let's head over to... Right here. Let's overwrite the save data. Gonna be attacking and raiding the monastery.
Feels like an eternity since I've seen the walls of Garreg Mach.
Who knew we'd leave as students and return at the head of the Imperial Army? Lady Rhea must be so angry at us. Oh, why did I agree to come along?
We'll be lucky if angry is as far as her feelings go on the subject. I imagine she's apoplectic.
I don't know that word, but it has way too many syllables not to be scary.
The Knights of Seros will likely fight tooth and nail to stop us.
Well, we've got teeth and we've got nails, so I don't care who we're facing. I'll brush them all aside.
Worry not. While they may have a monastery to hole up in, we possess the superior numbers. Garrigmach is well fortified, but not impregnable.
We're gonna smash the place to rubble.
While I appreciate the enthusiasm, we need to keep it in one piece. The Empire has use for the monastery once we're done here. Understood?
Right. Sorry.
The soldiers are ready, Your Majesty. We can begin the attack at once.
The scouting is also finished. We know with certainty where the enemy will be taking its positioning. We are owing this to Monica and her perfect memory. She has incredible knowledge of this place.
As usual, Monica, your talents are invaluable.
I really didn't do much, Your Majesty. That is, it was truly an honor to assist you. Not to say I've finished helping you, of course. In fact, I am always at the ready.
Don't ever change, Monica. And finally, who do we have here?
This is my little sister Fleisch. I was given approval to make her my attendant.
Fleisch von Berglies at your service, Your Majesty. My brother and I are, in your hands.
Ah, so you're Caspar's famous aunt who's actually younger than he is.
Yes, Your Majesty. The very same.
Fleisch is too green for battle, but she'll be providing support from behind the front lines.
You can rely on me.
I realize saying this might make the situation worse, but there's no need to be so nervous. If you act to the best of your abilities, all will be well. Now then, everyone, the time has come. The time to take Garrigmach and reclaim Bodland.
Let's do this.
Jumping straight into the maw of our enemies, eh? Ooh, how exciting! Is this where I should talk about my heart racing?
Huh? Since when do we talk about your feelings? That's new.
For Lady Edelgard.
Let's get this over with.
Do not throw away your lives, friends.
Be not reckless as you attend to our defense.
A defensive position within the monastery. Dirty walls. This is merely a stolen tactic. We must dispatch them at once.
Then the brute force approach it is. Garrick Mach must fall. We'll start on the lower level and work our way up, taking control of the walls. Split into groups and take those strongholds.
The enemy is desperate, and will most likely dispatch troops to recapture any strongholds we seize. Be on your guard to this tactic.
Out of the way!
Why'd they drag me into this? Not fair.
If you don't want to fight, then surrender. I swear no harm will come to you.
Well, that's very nice of you, but they gave me a home here. So I should probably put up at least some kind of fight. Okay, I'm losing. That's really bad.
I am your man. Bear witness.
I'm swapping in.
Take a breather.
Bear witness.
I'm swapping in.
It is time.
I sense a darkness in your power. If you harbor ill will towards them, then help us best them.
To think I would be serving the church and fighting my own homeland? Is this the goddess testing me?
I know which them you're talking about. Well, it's not like I want revenge or anything, but sure. Sign me up.
Constance, why are you of all people cooperating with the church? All I can say is I was unlucky enough to be nearby when the church had need of fighters. I beg your forgiveness, Your Majesty.
and meaningless existence.
My turn.
With all I have! Forget my next technique!
It is tough.
Is it my turn? Unfortunate for us all.
Is this what you want? To die here in shame? This doesn't have to be your end, Constance. Join us. Fight with the Empire.
As you wish, Your Majesty. I do not deserve to throw my feeble existence away in such a manner.
The right flank has broken the enemy line.
The left is through as well, Your Majesty.
Excellent job, both of you. But there is still much work to be done.
I will not sit idly by and allow Garrick Mock to be placed in further danger.
We'll be falling.
Farewell!
It's not over.
The enemy is unleashing powerful magic. We can't hold out for long.
My turn.
The enemy is after the strongholds we captured. They'll be retaken if we don't defend them quickly.
Some parts of the monastery walls appear weak. An armored unit could likely smash through and provide another way in. I've prepared a means to bolster our defenses, albeit temporarily. You need only give the command when the time is right.
My turn.
Bolster the strongholds!
Take a breather.
I am your man.
Bear witness.
Anything for Lady Emily.
Unnecessary.
We need to intercept those reinforcements.
Hey, swapping in.
Those are the Knights of Saros. You were never gonna stop them that easily.
Time to show how strong you've become.
Into the fray.
Shadow Slide. If the main character is deployed in a battle, you can press X to use Shadow Slide or the order screen. Using Shadow Slide, you can select an available allied stronghold from the minimap and warp there instantly. You can only use this power a certain number of times per battle.
Not a problem.
It is time.
Hey, swapping in.
My turn.
Here it comes! Out of the way! You're done!
Fresh soldiers incoming. Don't worry, we'll handle them.
An ambush from above. They are having the advantage, but we can turn it around. Is it my turn? Just in case.
Yeah, not bad.
I care not for your reasoning. There can be no excuse for war.
The enemy has retaken a stronghold. We must keep a closer eye on such things.
Professor Manuela, but you used to teach here. How could you take part in this?
Oh, I agonized over it at first, but now I've made my choice, and I won't waver.
Take this!
You cannot just leave an ally behind.
I think we've handled the situation.
Hey, I actually held my own. I'm so good.
I must do everything in my power to stop this.
down.
That was brilliant fighting, but I will not be outdone.
You're done!
I am your man.
It is time.
Retreat while you still can, Flame. I beg you.
Very well. Stay safe, my brother. Phew! I thought that scary magic would never let up.
Stand, coward. Your life is forfeit.
I have to defend the monastery, whatever it takes.
The enemy shows no sign of stopping. And if we don't keep an eye on our strongholds, we'll be sure to lose them.
Is it my turn? Not a problem.
Take a breather. My turn. Consider me ready.
My turn? Might be time for this.
Here it comes! Take this! You're done!
Prepare to be amazed. Need a hand, dear?
Thanks for the rescue. We owe you.
It is not a problem. We have preparedness for these things.
No! I have to do better!
Does that mean he's given up?
Keep going. We're making progress.
are losing ground. Dig in, all of you! We must hold out, no matter what!
Take a breather.
I make my own luck!
All right, we have the ground surrounded. Now we just need to fight our way up to the monastery proper.
We can retreat no further! You Empire soldiers will rue the day you took up arms against Garrick Mark!
I'm swapping in!
It is time.
Let's do this!
I will guard your back! Die!
Still fight!
I will not ask you your reasons. Not anymore.
But I will see your evil punished!
Face me.
Here goes! You're weak. Remorseless. Tedious.
I never imagined you could struggle so. Forgive me, Rhea. I can fight no longer. The rest is up to you.
Worry not, Seteth. Nor you, Flame. You both did well to hold them back this long.
You're weak.
Now come forth, all of you. Protect Garreg Mach from those despicable rebels.
So Lady Rhea has decided to show herself at last. Stout hearts, everyone. Victory can only be ours if we strike her down.
Tedious. You're weak.
I'll fight for Lady Rhea until the end.
Ready the heavy weaponry. We can no longer afford the luxury of worrying about collateral damage to the town.
We'll be in serious trouble if they target Her Majesty. We have to take control of those weapons right now.
I have to protect her. I'm not gonna die here!
Here it comes!
You're done!
I'm okay.
I'm sorry, Lady Rhea. I can't fight anymore.
Your efforts will not be in vain, Cyril. I will send these sinners to meet the goddess!
I am your man.
Take a breather.
Pin swap?
Bear witness.
Is it my
I
turn?
shall never back down.
I'm not faltering.
War feeds my body and mind.
It is time.
Pin swapping in!
dirt.
Not yet! I got this!
That's what you get for trying to target Her Majesty like a pack of cowards!
No mercy! This is war!
What do you stand to gain for involving yourself in this?
It's not a mystery. I'm a merc, and she's got the coin to pay me.
Explain yourself. Why do you betray the teachings of the goddess and seek to shatter Fodlan's fragile peace?
Seeing as I have no idea what you speak of, this is going to be a short discussion. Either stand aside or face me.
Permit you to desecrate Garreg Mach for 1 minute further.
I will shoot you! Is it my turn?
Take a breather.
Anything for Lady
I am your man. Feel no mercy. Any final words?
Is precious to me, and I will not permit you to have it. I yield you the monastery for now, Edelgard. But know this, there will be no forgiveness for your blasphemous actions this day.
No, I don't expect there will be. Take heart, everyone. Garreg Mach has fallen, and victory is ours.
Alright, got the fort.
Lady Rhea, are you hurt?
Ah, Catherine, you came.
Not soon enough. Garreg Mach is done for.
It is all right. For now, we must retreat. This path is unknown to the Empire. It will take us out to Aelel, the Valley of Torment. From there, we make for Fargus to seek aid.
The Empire attacked from the east, which means at least some of the Alliance's lords must have aligned with them. But those of the Kingdom are devout. We can trust them. I have already sent a messenger ahead requesting reinforcements, and, should the need arise, asylum.
In that case, I'll talk to my parents and ask for their assistance as well. Regardless, we should hurry. We can't let the Empire get ahead of us and send troops onto Kingdom soil. Now, follow me, if you would.
Thank you, Catherine. Let Edelgard have Garreg Mach for now. Let her enjoy this fleeting moment of glee. Because when we return here, Edelgard von Hresvelg will suffer a death beyond her greatest imagining.
This is not what I expected.
I won't let myself stop. Yeah, not bad.
I work to grow.
A useful skill.
This power will serve me in the times to come.
Who knew this power slept within?
Garreg Mach, you remain ever as resplendent as the day I left you.
The place cannot be so dear to your heart that it requires inferior poetry for an introduction.
Inferior? I will have you know that line comes from one of my favorite operas. However, I concede I may have gotten carried away, what with my head still swimming from battle.
Hey, I know exactly what you mean. Something about Garreg Mach is just special. And our victory here is gonna have a huge impact on the war, right?
Yes, this should be enough to lure some of the more indecisive nobles into our camp.
I only wish I could vanquish the guilt I feel for turning on the church like this.
Still, it was my decision to fight by 80's side, and I stand by it to the end.
I see. In that case, proceed as planned. Deploy the pursuit units immediately.
At once, Your Majesty.
So, Rhea and the others escaped with the help of a great white beast, did they?
Almost as if the Immaculate One that saved St. Seros has returned from the mists of legend. Although, it's a bit unnerving the way it sprung out of nowhere.
I knew we shouldn't have messed with Lady Rhea. She can be so scary. I'm just going to go back to my room and stay there until forever, okay? Okay.
Do as you like, Bernadetta, but realize your father will be arriving in Garreg Mach soon. This is the seat of the Church of Seros, and as bishop, his place is here.
Really? In that case, I think I'll just forget about the monastery and go with you.
Good. Just be aware we may be marching for the kingdom next.
The kingdom? I possess no love for the cold, but I will try to grin as I am bearing it. Point at the path to your foes, and I will be hunting them to their final breath.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Petra. Whether we capture or kill will depend on the foe. Now then, enough wasting time. We need to find Rhea, and we need her alive.
Two years ago, I never would have imagined we'd be fighting a war like this.
You say fighting, but I think you mean instigating. Let's be fully clear about our role in all of this. Still, this is a positive turn of events for you, yes?
How do you mean?
When a war breaks out, every mercenary in the land starts crawling out of the woodwork. And those associates you happen to be working with should be tough enough to take on you-know-who.
Geralt's mercenaries. Yeah, good point.
And then you can give them their just desserts or die trying.
Could have done without that last part, thanks.
Relax, relax. You know I'm on your side. Our destinies are forever intertwined.
Listen up, boy. You're not going to believe this.
Judith, do you think you could ease up on the whole boy thing? I'm your fearless leader now, remember? But sure, tell me what happened.
You might want to take a seat for this. Garreg Mach Monastery has fallen. Not even the great knights of Seiros could stop the invaders' overwhelming numbers.
Wait, what? That's not possible. They should still be days away from the monastery. How did they manage to deliver an army of that size to the gates of Garreg Mach so quickly? Unless... this can't be happening. Did Count Gloucester turn? And Acheron too?
I'm afraid both houses fly Imperial colors now. House Phlegethon yielded the north side of the Great Bridge of Myrddin, and Gloucester waved them right on through.
Those filthy liars! When I warned them the Empire was raising an army, they couldn't stop puffing their chests and crowing about how they'd hold the border. But it looks like the Empire had already gotten to them. This is all my fault for not keeping my ear to the ground.
I'm afraid that wouldn't have helped, fearless leader. All the dirty dealings were handled via letter.
But now I've lost the initiative, and against Edelgard no less. She can come at the Alliance with gloves off now. This is a real problem. What is it?
Sir, we have an unexpected guest. It's, Lord Holst of House Goneril.
Holst? What's the strongest man in Leicester doing at my door? Besides thinking about battering it down, I mean.
You can ask him yourself, sir. He is present.
Apologies for dropping by without warning, my lord. I just happened to be near Deirdre when word reached me about Garreg Mach.
I didn't realize you were in our neck of the woods, Holst, but please, come make yourself at home. As fate would have it, I was just pulling my hair out over the exact same problem. Can you believe that Count Gloucester? He turned on us like it was nothing. If I don't handle this situation with the Empire delicately, it will fracture the Alliance. If you have any sage advice, now would be a great time for it. Or muscle. I'll take muscle if that's what I can get.
I came here to help however I can. We must work together to keep Leicester safe, and more importantly, free.
Garreg Mach has fallen to the Empire, Your Majesty.
I did not expect it would last long. Is Lady Rhea safe?
Yes. She escaped, and is on her way here with a small force.
I see.
This won't be like granting asylum to your standard refugee. If we take the Archbishop in, it will be tantamount to declaring war on the very Empire. Is that a risk you're willing to accept, Your Majesty?
It is. We have already thoroughly discussed the matter with the Kingdom's lords. Even if I refrain from deciding publicly one way or the other, the Empire will still insist that we hand Lady Rhea over. The Kingdom's people and government are too frail to stand without the Holy Church's support. I agree with her ultimate goal, but such a situation calls for gradual reform over time. The Emperor's desire to tear it up rapidly will not do.
Then it is a good thing we've prepared for such contingencies. I will start by sending a party to ALL to welcome our new guests.
Thank you. I would go myself if I could, but I'm needed here to prepare for the war. For now, send messengers to Counts Galatea and Karen, imploring them to muster troops for our defense. Oh, and send for House Fraldarius as well. Let's make sure our new Duke earns his title.
Grave news, Your Majesty.
What is it now?
Count Ro has declared fealty to the Empire and is marshaling his troops as we speak. Also, one of his bannermen, Lord Lenato, is moving to hunt down and slay the Archbishop.
We have long held our suspicions about House Ro, but I never expected their actions to plunge us into war.
And after all the discussions we've had to prevent exactly this, he must believe his reason is just.
Very well, then. Our plans have changed. I will go and meet with Lady Rhea personally, and House Fraudarius will serve as my guard. Inform Galatea and Karen. They are to gather their troops in Erebus and Geraint lands.
Lord Lenato was once a faithful servant to the crown. Will you now see him executed?
I have no mercy for traitors, no matter their pasts. On the contrary, I have an obligation to protect the kingdom from his kind. We've struggled long to attain this peace. I will not permit the Empire to crush it beneath their foot now.
Okay, so after Claude finding out about the fall of Garreg Mach, that guy who showed up when I first saw the name, I knew that name was familiar. Holst is held as his brother. I know his name was mentioned. His name was mentioned in 3 houses, and this is my first time seeing him right now. And I know that they changed Gilbert's name to Gustav. That's one of the changes that I noticed.
Scarlet blaze. Skirmish in the fog. The Empire captures Garreg Mach, and when the lords of Fargus and Leicester declare their allegiances to the Central Church, they incur Edelgard's ire. She sends one army to the Alliance under the command of her war minister, Count Berglies, and leads a second herself to the kingdom's Castle Gaspar, the bastion of Northern Ro.
Lady Edelgard, we have received an urgent message from Count Ro. Apparently, he has taken up arms against the kingdom.
What is he thinking? He was supposed to join his troops with ours so we could use our combined strength to strong-arm more of their neighbors into declaring fealty for us. What use is a plan if the man won't follow it?
It also seems that Lord Lenato, one of Ro's castled bannermen, has gone so far as to mount a one-man crusade against the Archbishop. He has long held deep enmity for Lady Rhea, and likely leapt into action at news of Garreg Mach's fall. I should have suspected he would lack self-control when it came to his vengeance. Naturally, the kingdom mobilized troops in response, and now move to strike Lenato down as we speak.
So where does this put us? Can we get reinforcements to him in time?
You want to save the man, Your Majesty? If I may, we would march all that way for what, exactly?
Imagine the consequences of leaving him to die. We need our vassals to believe the Empire will always come to their aid. Always.
Of course, Your Majesty. I will make the arrangements straight away. The region northeast of Castle Gaspar is shrouded in deep fog this time of year. That likely accounts for why they are currently only engaging in minor skirmishes. Which means we still have time to intervene.
Good. Now make our plans known to the others. I'm counting on you, Hubert.
At once, Your Majesty.
All of this makes me even more concerned about the situation in Leicester. Nothing has impeded Minister Bergliez's march east, has it?
It has not. In fact, Count Gloucester has given him leave to garrison our troops there. I hear he has begun turning the screws on House Ordelia, and any other lords who have yet to make their allegiances clear. On the other hand, the Alliance's more powerful houses have united in their condemnation of Count Gloucester's actions. The Minister may soon face a battle with Houses Regan and Goneril, if not others.
I can't picture a battle the Minister wouldn't win most handily. Still, the Alliance's new leader, Claude, is an unknown quantity. We can't risk underestimating his skill.
Quite right. One can never be too cautious.
Do you have a moment?
That's it for today. So, thank you so much for tuning into my stream. And there will be more tomorrow. And like I said, the Scarlet Blaze path is way different than Crimson Flower. Or it's similar. That's what I know. And it was the first time I saw Hilda's brother in the game. Like I said again, is that he was mentioned in Fire Emblem 3 Houses, but he never showed up. I forgot what happened. Maybe it was killed off already in 3 Houses. And things are a lot different in 3 Hopes. It's my first time seeing him. And that's all I have to say. So stay tuned for more.